Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
Oh, Kid Rock. How is he feeling today now that Daddy Trump has come out in support of Anheuser-Busch, the company behind Bud Light? And that did in fact happen. Trump gave his 2 cents on the whole Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light scandal that occurred last year, saying the following. The Bud Light ad was a mistake of epic proportions. And for that, a very big price was paid. But Anheuser-Busch is not a woke company. But I can give you plenty that are. So he shared a list of so-called woke companies. And building a list and might just release it for the world to see. Why not? The radical left does it viciously to well-run conservative companies and people. Do we? Very nasty, but it's the way they play the game. Now, in his Truth Social post, Trump also continued by defending Anheuser-Busch and in all the very good things that they do. They're such a wonderful company. So he writes, Anheuser-Busch spends $700 million a year with our great farmers, employs 65,000 Americans, of which 1,500 are veterans, and is a founding corporate partner of Folds of Honor, which provides scholarships for families of fallen servicemen and women. They've raised over $30 million and given 44,000 scholarships. That sounds like something Anheuser-Busch wrote in a press release and handed over to Donald Trump to repeat in a Truth Social post. And would you look at that? It turns out that maybe Donald Trump's change of heart toward Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch has to do with the fact that they're kind of holding a fundraiser for him, kind of. So let's get to those details. So a top Republican lobbyist for Anheuser-Busch, Jeff Miller, is set to host a fundraiser for Trump next month. Miller was a close confidant of Kevin McCarthy, who built his Washington business during the Trump presidency. And Anheuser-Busch paid $260,000 to Miller's firm back in 2023. According to lobbying disclosure filings, the firm upped its quarterly fee by $20,000 in the second quarter of 2023, around the time of the backlash. And Miller Strategies posted the announcement of the event on X yesterday with a plethora of hosts. So this is what the post looked like. So it gives you a sense of not just how many hosts there are, but how much it costs to attend this fundraiser.
That's too many people.
Yeah, and notable names on the list include Mike Johnson, Ted Cruz, Tim Scott, Marjorie Taylor Greene, JD Vance, Nancy Mace, Trump Jr.
Both Scotts.
You get the picture, Anyway, I give you that background because man, Trump can be bought real easy.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna cost that much money. Look, again, it's crazy that some of them still want to maintain this boycott after all that time. By the way, Kid Rock didn't. He was filmed, drinking Bud Light not long ago. And I really do think the only thing more pathetic than keeping up a boycott like this based on the company doing nothing a year ago is giving up on it after making a video like you saw of Kid Rock. It is so utterly pathetic. Again, I was trying to think of if Pop-Tart gave a promotional box of Pop-Tart to an awful right-winger, would I boycott them for a year?
There's nothing that would make you boycott Pop-Tarts.
Well, I'm trying to come up, but then I realized that's not actually a good analogy because Dylan Mulvaney, and I will never stop reminding you, didn't do anything. Dylan Mulvaney isn't like someone who was found, oh my God, she did a terrible thing. Why is Bud worse? She just is trans. It's just identity politics. It would be, I don't even know what it would be. If Pop-Tart gave a box of promotional Pop-Tarts to a billionaire, I'm not a huge fan of them, just someone who happens to be a thing. And I shoot up a bunch of Pop-Tarts or something, brown sugar, cinnamon, take that. And then pretend that that's strong, that that's alpha or whatever. They should give up on this, but not everybody is. Megyn Kelly's still attacking Shane Gillis, the comedian, for doing a thing with Bud Light.
Matt Walsh also.
Yeah, it's utterly pathetic. Get a hobby, get a life.
Is the brown sugar Pop-Tart your favorite?
It's the best.
Really?
There's lots of other good ones, but that's the most dependable. You always go back to that. You might stray. You might have a mistress Pop-Tart. You know, a banana
a little
bread,
side
perhaps
piece
a wild
Pop-Tart?
berry.
Oh,
but then
wild
you come
berry.
home to brown sugar cinnamon.
Oh my God. There's literally nothing that could get John to boycott Pop-Tarts. Like,
We'll see.
If there's something that really upsets the left and he knows that he might get backlash for still consuming said tarts, he would.
Don't talk about my tarts.
He would secretly consume them.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It would just be, it would be my secret shame rather than my public shame.
Politics is so gross, okay? The guy who says that he's going to do away with the swamp is one of the biggest swamp monsters of all and is definitely willing to go against a very dominant narrative among prominent conservatives.
Yeah.
If it means that the organization or the company conservatives have directed their ire toward is willing to legally bribe Trump.
Yep.
That's what happened here. It's an incredible story, it really is.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us. Become a Young Turk.